People who've seen nice people finally snap. What happened? She was an assistant manager and was known for being soft-spoken. At a manager meeting, one of the general managers, who was known for being a total jackass to everyone, was going off on how every store should be run. Well, she snapped. You have the highest turnover rate out of any store in the district. You can't keep employees for more than 6 months before they just quit, all saying you were the problem. Maybe you should take that advice you're giving us and use it on yourself. God, I fantasize about saying something like this to my boss every damn day. And how'd that work out for her? My best friend had lost his mom to murder a few months prior when we were in the 10th grade. Somehow he had pulled himself together just enough to start going back to school. I don't know how he handled it with being an only child and growing up without a father. His mom was all he had. A kid that thought he was popular, that got on everyone's nerves, cracked wise to my friend's face about his mom's death. What he said isn't exactly sure. My friend threw him on the ground and punched him in the face multiple times. The end result was a broken nose, a broken left orbital, and my friend got kicked out of school. We were very grateful he taught him a lesson, but saddened it had to come at such a high cost. Emotionally unstable kid of recently dead parents gets bullied and retaliates, and he gets expelled? Sounds like a seriously shitty school system. D tier, maybe C tier at best. I'm not sure whether they kicked the correct one out, honestly. It's like curing symptoms, but not the cause. Older brother's wedding. He's a very nice guy, almost too nice. He had a horrible girlfriend. He adored her though. She told him that he wasn't good enough and that she would break up with him unless he bought her this super fancy ring and married her. He did. His wedding was very stressful, and she was extra nasty. After they cut the cake, she got herself a huge slice and left him with none, telling him he should go on a diet. For context, he was underweight. He was working his way up to average. He snapped. Threw a handful of cake at her pretty dress and hair, then told her to expect divorce papers to sign. He proceeded to scream, cry, and rant about how horrible she was and how she made him suicidal. He's better now. They split up and live in different continents. Sorry for bad grammar and typos, I'm on mobile. Damn dude, fuck that woman. In a way he did lose weight. A couple tons of stress and toxicity. In middle school, my 6'2" gentle giant friend, who is literally the nicest guy you'd ever meet, got teased about his mom by some short popular kid. My friend, no hesitation, picked him up by his shirt and slammed him against the locker at eye level and said, "Never talk about my mama like that." One of my favorite memories of him. One of my friends, a nice kid, was getting shit-talked by some assholes, and when one of them made a comment about his mom, he literally dragged him by his shirt into the bathroom and broke his nose, and left him covered in bruises. Did that kid avoid him from then on? There are 3 things all wise men fear: the sea and storm, a night with no moon, and the anger of a gentleman. Patrick Rothfuss. The only thing Patrick Rothfuss fears is releasing his damn book before his 100th birthday. Demons run when a good man goes to war. There was a kid at my school in about 7th grade. His name was Frederick. He was loved by everyone, was so nice and donated to charity regularly. Everyone knew him and respected him. One day a new kid came to our school. We'll name him Josh. Josh was a big douche. He hit people, pushed them around, threw food at people during lunch, just honestly a big ass. Well, one day he decided to pick on Fred by doing his normal shit, and Frederick just went ballistic, punching, screaming, kicking. They were both suspended for 2 or 3 days. After their suspension they both came back and Josh had a black eye, bruises on his arms and left leg, and he looked awful. Josh thought everyone would start to hate Fred after what he did to him. But no. Everyone was tired of his shit and picked on him for how bad he looked. Fred was just loved more for this incident. Though he told me he got grounded for a week. Fight, said Fred. Donated to charity regularly, this seemed an odd thing to know and relate. The quarterback drunkenly tried to rape her. Left him with a black eye, broken arm, and both sprained ankles. Well, rightfully so. I mean, I'm totally with it, but how do you offensively sprain someone else's ankles? Similar to this, there was a news story about a woman running a trail near me a few years back. Guy tried to assault and presumably rape her, but she knew some martial arts and beat him up before running off. Unfortunately, he wasn't beaten badly enough that he was still there to be arrested when she came back with cops. My best friend X found out someone was being mean to me, so X told the dude, a hole, to leave me alone. A hole came up to me and slapped me. X seen it and smashed a desk on a hole's head. X was known for never being mad, and the most I had seen before that day was X kicking a chair from a game, so seeing him break a desk on this guy's head scared me, but he didn't stop. X got down and was laying into this guy. It took so many people to get X off of him, and they had to drag the dude out. X did get suspended, and so did a hole. Honestly, I feel both safe and terrified of X. To know that he is so protective of me is comforting, but to know what he can do. Anyone can go wild like that. It's good that it's naturally expressed as a protective instinct rather than predatory. That type of instinct is what kept the beasts, animal and man, away from your tribe just a couple thousand years ago. Well, you know what they say, X gon' give it to ya. Kid was constantly making fun of me and generally being a jerk. So what to do other than to hit him in the head with a 10-pound book after several warnings to tell him to stop. Teacher was a bro and probably saw what the kid was doing before and didn't get me in trouble. I remember seeing something about a kid doing this on some news channel once or something. Fugo, is that you? Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.